Hey everyone, so in this video I'll be showing you a puzzle I just finished, the 11 by 11 mirror blocks. As far as I know, this is the largest mirror blocks puzzle ever created, which I guess would now hold the unofficial world record. And compared with the standard 3 by 3 cube, this thing is just absolutely massive. I mean, you can see the size difference there. Each edge length is just over 5 inches, which means that the total volume is actually over 8 times the size of a standard cube. Anyway, onto the puzzle. This was modified from a Shengshao 11 by 11 using nothing but standard ABS plastic sheeting for all the extensions. And I didn't cut any of the layers down, I only extended them up, which means that every centerpiece is perfectly square and you don't get any of that Olsing effect that happens sometimes when you cut deeper into the conical section of a mechanism like this. I'll demonstrate the movement for you here. I'd say it turns pretty nicely, especially considering this is actually only my third ever attempt at puzzle modding. Having only completed 2 builds before this, I mean, this was just a totally ridiculous third puzzle to attempt building, but I figure if I could pull something like this off, then everything else would seem easy in comparison. Actually, you know what, I'll do a full checkerboard pattern here to show you the full functionality of it. Especially these last layers, there's so much mass behind it, it turns really smoothly. And when starting moves on a new axis, it just takes a little bit of moving it back and forth to get it started. But after that, it turns really nicely. I'll probably fast forward some of this. This stuff takes a while to do. So yeah, there's the full checkerboard pattern. I'll zoom up here so you can see it better. I think it looks really cool. Alright, here's another pattern. I think this is called the flower pattern. I'm not totally sure though. But as you can see, this is applied to all sides. So this is the final pattern I'm going to show you guys. This is a complete 11 layer super flip. And I'll kind of show you all the sides of it here. And as I'm sure you know, this is mathematically the furthest possible position away from the solved state. And actually, I'm going to zoom up closer and just show you all the sides really close so you can see all the detail of this. So, like any other super flip, as you can see, every edge piece is flipped 180 degrees. I think this just looks awesome. And actually, I found one more pattern I can show you guys. This is just a full checkerboard pattern applied over the full super flip pattern. So I guess you could call it a checker flip or something. I don't know. I guess that name makes sense. Zoom up here. A little bit different. So now I guess the last thing to do is just actually scramble this thing completely. So I'll go ahead and do that. And I'm sure I'm going to fast forward a lot of this too, because it takes a while. This is starting to look pretty scrambled now. And this may look complicated, but actually, as I'm sure actually you probably know, the solving process for this is no different than the method you would use on a standard 11-layer puzzle. This is not a supercube, so there's no center orientation necessary that you have to worry about. The only hard part really is, just because it's so big and heavy, is the turning, and plus the alignment from, having 11 layers is always tricky. So really the hardest part about this is the same difficult part that you'll find with other high order puzzles like this, where on your last two edges, where you run into those parity cases that come from the false equivocation of centerpieces, because it is not a supercube. So it's really the same strategy. So I'd call this a complete scramble, and as you can see, I mean, the turning quality is so good. It's easily, you can turn it with one finger. Incredibly smooth, actually. So we'll take a closer look now at the completed scramble state. Let me zoom up close here. You can see all the different shapes poking out. Looks pretty crazy. I'll give it a spin like this too, just so you can see all the faces from this angle as well. If you thought this video was interesting at all, please hit that subscribe button to be notified of my next videos. I've already got a bunch of other ideas in the works for crazy mods. So that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching.